Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, American Boy Collects AG Plus. Let me just slide this over for a minute. So I actually had so much fun doing the advent calendar with the American Girl little stand-up figures and also the our snowman. So I'm actually going to continue on for a little bit more. There's something called the 12 Days of Christmas. It's not just a song, it's an actual time frame. So, and I didn't know this at all until later on, but basically the 12 Days of Christmas is from Christmas Day till January 6th. I don't know why it said the 5th, but I always thought, from what I've always been told previously, it starts on the 26th and runs through the 6th, which would actually be 12 days. But every time I looked it up online, it was saying it was starting on Christmas Day and going to the 5th, but that doesn't make sense to me, because I was always told that we could never box up the Christmas decorations at the leftovers at my store, pull them off the shelves until the 7th of January. So I'm pretty positive it's the 6th. Anywho, I'm a little late on this. I had a hard time finding, excuse me, I had a little hard time finding where I had relocated the Hallmark 12 Days of Christmas ornaments. So we're going to feature every one of these. And when Hallmark closed, this was actually a fixture that I was able to get. Very cool. Um, so it's not the actual one that you could have gotten for the 12 days. There's actually more hooks than 12 on here. So, but I really wanted to get one. So I got this way cheaper than what you can pay for the actual official one you're supposed to get to put them on. And this is the run that ran for the last decade, like I think ended in 2022, with the 12 drummers drumming. So recently, one of the reasons I wanted to do this, excuse me, is that I had recently, they had done for the kids on the Sunday before Christmas at my church. They were actually telling a little bit of the backstory behind that. So this wasn't just a random guy that was trying to win his true love, the female, and he gave all of these elaborate gifts to her at this other time period. Um, there was actually a time period in the church age in world history where Christmas was actually outlawed. So you couldn't talk about Jesus's birth. You couldn't talk about, I think it was more outlawed on the religious perspective. I guess you could still have, I don't know if Christmas was completely outlawed. Sorry, I did not fully look up all the details. I'm just going off of what I was told at church. So, and some of that I will have to look up as I go through, because a couple of the days I missed when I was trying to write everything down, of what each thing stood for. But anyway, so back in that time frame, they wanted their parishioners to be able to still be reminded of biblical truth and whatnot. So they created a song that was all coded. So the government wouldn't know they were still promoting religious things against the law at the time. But yet everything in this song was a reminder of biblical truth from the Bible and the religious beliefs of the church at that time. And so everything in the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, is all spiritual. It's not just a random guy trying to woo the lady he's fallen in love with. Everything has a meaning in the song. So I thought I'd do something a little fun. So for the next 12 days, which I'm already late on, I'll probably double off a couple days when I do the videos, so that way I can hopefully, by the time I get to 11 and 12, have just single days videos loaded. Anyway, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox the 12 Days of Christmas ornaments, and each day for the next 12 days, or however I figure this out for the video, at least for the videos, there'll be individual videos for all 12. But anyway, I'm going to tell you what each thing represents. So let's start off with the song. So as you know, the song says, "On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me." Okay. The true love is not romance, okay? The true love is God the Father. And then the first element, and I'm going to show you the new one they just came out with this year. Let me just reach, I forgot to grab it. But they just came out with a new set of 12 Days of Christmas ornaments where it's like this layered wood kind of thing. That's like a shadow box. Inside it has the poem on the back. It has this really cool green ribbon tied into a bow for hanging. And then it's got this, and this is this wooden paper concept. I don't know if it's picking it up. Oh yeah, a little bit there. The notes, the stabs for the music are all like gold metallic, and then there's the partridge is on the pear tree. I'll have to double check because I forgot to look the one thing about the pear tree. But so the first day of Christmas is the partridge in the pear tree. A partridge is actually a bird who would lay down its life for its family, like if to protect, I think even friends. So like it would die to protect its mate or its offspring. So the partridge was actually to represent Jesus Christ in that how he died on the cross, laying down his life to pay the price for people's sins. So that was the whole concept of the partridge in the pear tree. Was the partridge was a remembrance of Jesus Christ. I'll have to come back for day 2 when I double check this, but I don't remember if there was a significance to the pear tree. I mean, but obviously the tree being the cross, I would assume. I don't know if the pears had a significance in this also, so I'll have to double check that one because I forgot about the pear tree part. But obviously, so the partridge is Jesus, and then the tree would probably be the cross. I will get back to you on what the pears actually had anything to do with symbolic, or if it was just a random tree they picked that maybe partridges like pear trees. I don't know. Anyway, I will look that up for the pears for one of the future videos, but let's see. I gotta remember, where did I put the box? Give me 1 second. I forgot to grab that. Okay, so I actually did not start collecting this set until I think it was later on. So what was kind of funny was that they started out with just the part day 1. Then next year, each year was so it was 12 years it took to come out the entire collection. So it was like one of those continuing series kind of things until they finished off the 12th one. But then I think it was around year 3 for the 3 French hens, they actually re-released days 1 and 2, the partridge and the pear tree and the 2 turtle doves, as a special edition gift set with both of them in one box. So that's when I started collecting it. So one year I got all 3, and then I finished it off for the rest of it. So let's just open this up. I have to wait till tomorrow for day 2. But yeah, so this is a really cool set, I feel. It has like various elements. So you have the partridge is like this. There's like this like a metallic, chenille stem for around the trim of the neck. The pear, each of the elements that go with the days hang down underneath. So it's a partridge, but the pear is dangling down. And on the pear, it says 1, has a number 1 and also written out in letters. And if you flip it over, it also says 1 on the back. Oops. I don't know if you can, I don't know if that's even catching it. Anyway, let's see, I think it can. Maybe you can sort of see it. And then on the bird itself, it gives you on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge and a pear tree. So it's actually etched in, is it etched? Yeah, it's like etched into the material. But then here's the cool part. If you can see this, let's see, on the wings, I don't know if it's catching it, you can see the music notes for the song. And it has this really cool things on the wings, some detail on the tail feathers. So that came out really good. Just the gold on gold isn't coming out so hot. So that is the partridge. Let's see. Now, somewhere in this box, there are supposed to be the hooks. Oh, here, there. All right, so let me get this hooked up here, and we will hang it on the tree. Let's see, where should I start with this? I was debating, should I go backwards and have them around the bottom? So what I did the first year after we got all 12, the way I did it was I put it so they were on the sides and the front, and so like the back hooks I didn't use, just so you could actually see everything. But I guess for today we'll start it off at the top. I may change it for next time, so you may see this in a different location, but for now I'm going to hang him up there. So there we go, our little partridge hanging off the tree. We will go through the rest of these in separate videos for each one. The videos might get stacked just so I can get these all together. And again, I might actually run these all together in one video at the end. But for now, we are doing the partridge and the pear tree, and I will see you guys next time. Let me know what you think of this. Was it kind of cool to find this out, that some of the songs actually have hidden meanings? Anyway, let me know what you thought, and like and subscribe. Thank you for your support. I will see you next time. Actually, I should probably put this on in case I do a separate video or a full video for everyone. But anyway, I'm rambling now, so I gotta shut up. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.